Welcome to Math Week 1. So this is Quarter 1 Module 1. Isurat ang pangalan or write your name using these 3 lines. Pause to write your name and then you resume when you are done. So this is math in using the Bicol Central Language, but I will code switch magtatagalog and then also I will try to speak it in English so that everybody will understand. Okay, so this is Quarter 1 Module 1. So this is about visualizing and identifying numbers from 0 to 100. So magbilang kita. Let's count. Okay, we have here a number chart. Aadalan ta bilangon poon sa 0 hanggang 100. So yan dyan ang number chart. This will be your guide so that you won't miss any number in the series. So pause this video so that you can recite all the numbers starting from 0 until 100. And then resume if you're done. So I won't say each number anymore because I know you know how. It's just that some might miss a number in the series. So what you can do is try to study the order. So makikita nyo, if this is written from 1 to 10, then the following numbers, it will be 11 to 20, tapos 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, and so on and so forth. And then if you so that you would remember, you won't forget the number series or the following numbers. You just use this pattern. So tingnan nyo, nakalinya all the numbers ending in 1, tapos ending in 2, 3, hanggang doon sa by tens na 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So if you find hard time in reciting these numbers, so every day try to recite it habang naglalaro, or if you have counters at home. So pag sinabing counters, mga objects na pwede mong gamitin in counting. Halimbawa, mga pebbles. Pwede yon. So you can borrow any mga straw or yung mga tagot-tagot ni mama, yung mga pwedeng umabot sa 100. So pwedeng you can use that as counters. So every day, if you keep on practicing, then it will be easy for you on the next module. Okay. Now that these are presented in symbol, ang tawag pala dyan, numbers in symbol. And then this time, they are written in 2 ways. So ang pagbasa as in pagsurat ng numero, the way you read and the way we write the numbers. So ang pagbasa, number word, this is how it is spelled. And this one, the second column, so I'll write it down. This one, the first column, these are numbers in words. And then the next one, the usual way of writing the numbers, this is in symbol. So there are 2 ways on how to write numbers, in words and in symbol. So why is it that we need still to understand how the numbers are written in words, even if you know now how to write them in symbol? Kasi later on, we are going to use that even when you are older, even when you are adult. Kasi usually sa bank, sa store, ang receipt, aside from it is written, the amount is written in symbol, meron ding written in words. And then, para din clear, to verify that this symbol is read correctly or is interpreted or seen correctly. Okay, so I will let you study this, especially the spelling from number 1 until 20. So how you read it is how you are going to spell it. So pwede ito maging contest din, or halimbawa free time nyo, Pwede si Mami ang tagabigay ng words to spell, just like the numbers in words, and then ikaw naman ang magsusulat. So, yan. Using scratch paper or whiteboard na meron sa inyo. And then, after 20, so these are number in words again. So, this is written still in words, starting from 21 until 29, and then up to 30. So, sa after 20, it's easier kasi you need to just learn the patterns. So, 21, 22, 23, 24. Ang medyo mahirap lang dyan is after 10, which is 11, until 20. Kasi iba din ang pattern. So, unlike with the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, so may pattern na lang siya. This is the word 20, meron na siyang kapartner na 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then sunod na is 30. So, if you become familiar with this, how numbers are written in words, ito lang, itong very short na how numbers are written in words. So, the rest will be very easy for you to read it and also write it in words. Okay, so for our learning activities, it's composed of 3 tasks. So, starting with magsurat as in magbilang kita. So, adalan ta, task 1, this is like a game, pagbilang nin number. Part A, itakod-takod ni Ninya or connect the dots, puon 1 hanggang 18 para makompleto ang drawing, koloran ang drawing. So, as you connect the dots, try to recite it so that you won't miss any number, and then you will be familiar on what number will be next. So after you connect the dots, at the same time reciting them, so you will form a figure and then try to color it. So ano kayang mabubuo dyan? Okay, and then pause muna so that you can finish page 3 or you let me finish the video first before you can have you can spend much time to connecting the dots on this page. And then when you're done, there is another part B, buohon ang drawing sa pagtatakod-takod kan mga dots on 1 hanggang 100, kulayan ang drawing. So this time, same direction, connect the dots, but this time it starts from 1 until 100. So, may challenge din tayo dun ito kasi you have to be familiar on the numbers next. Starting with 1, so you should locate first where is number 1, and then as you connect the dots, again, you need try to recite the numbers para at the same time na may memory na din on how to recite the numbers properly from 0 to 100. And after you form the figure, color your drawing. So, including this one, parang ano siya, nakakabuko ng coloring book. Okay, this is on page 4. Pause if you'd like to finish this, or you continue the video if you'd like to answer them after the lesson video. Okay, for task 2, magbilang as in pagsurat ni number. Part A, pagbilang gamit ang tally. Okay, let's switch to this part. Okay, so associating number with objects. So this is task 2. How do we show tally for this given objects? So, para mas madali ang pagbilang. Okay, I'll show you how. On this side, I will show you the tally. And then, para mas madali din, so it would be easy for you, try to cross out the object that is tallied. Okay, example. I'll begin with this example. So this is one. How do you show the tally? It's just using the sticks. Pero while doing the tally, the stick should be grouped para madali na ang pagbilang. Okay, what I mean is just like this. So this is the first object, so this is 1, so 1 stick. So for every object, 1 stick will be the equivalent. Okay, next, another ball, and then another, and then for the fifth one, use a diagonal line, slanting line. Oh, sorry. Okay, diagonal line. It means this one is grouped as 5, so that you won't get confused on counting the sticks which are very close to each other. Okay, let's continue. So for every 5, you should put the fifth one should be parang nagbabundle siya. So slanting. Okay, let's continue. For this one, we have 1, another. Ito, pang 4th na siya, pang 4 na. And then this one, which will be the 5th, diagonal. And then continue. So with another wall, another. Ito, this is the 3rd one, and then this is the 4th one. Do we need to put a diagonal stick? No, because we don't have a 5th one. So afterwards, you have to count this. So madali na siya kasi bundled by 5 na siya. So if you can remember how to count by 5, so 5, 10, and then you continue. What's next to 10? 11, 12, 13, 14. So if you can imagine that for every object there is 1 stick, so therefore you can count them easily. So from objects, may nakikita kang objects, you can parang may you can transfer it that this one is equivalent to a certain number. So this one, this balls, this set of balls is equivalent to 14. Okay. Next one, another. So a set of cupcakes. So we'll try to tally them so that we can easily count them. Okay, for the first cupcake, second, third, fourth one. So pag nag-5 na, pang 5th, diagonal, and then another set. This is 1, 1, equivalent to 1, equivalent to 1. This is the 5th one. So another set naman. 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 5th one. Let's continue. So 1, 1 ulit. So pwede nyo i-cross out ang object para makita nyo kung alin na yung naisali nyo. Another 5th one. So cross out. Diagonal, I mean, and then only 1 for the next set. So how are we going to count this? So you can learn counting by 5s para mas madali siyang ibilang. So this is 5, 10, 15, 20. And then what's next to 20? May 1 na lang siya. So 21. So these cupcakes are 21 in all. Okay, next, how about these children? So, dun sa module, pwede kayong mag-cross out para hindi nyo na maisali ulit sa bilang. Okay, for 1 child, second one, third one, 4th, and then 5th. Okay, let's continue. Ito naman, next child, another, and then the one in green. Okay, next one, the one in pink, the one in light green. Ito naman, naka-jumper. Ito yellow-green na shirt. And then, ito naman naka-jumper. Okay, so we're done. So, if you're going to tally this is 5, 10, 15. So, a total of 15. So, from the given sets, in drawing ng children, we can associate that for every child, one stick. And then for those, if these sticks are counted in all, so therefore it can be, we can think of a number for it. So this is what associating objects for a given number is. Okay. So this is what you have to do for task 2. Okay, let's return to the module. So, kung mapapansin nyo, for part A, pagbilang gamit ang tally. So, for the number of bananas, ito na yan. So, this is the tally after counting. So, pwede kayo mag-cross out dyan. Okay lang yan na masulatan nyo as long as you get the correct answer. And then after you make the tally, write the number in symbol below. So, this is what you have to do for this activity dito sa page 5. Now, so, how many items? There are 2 items, but it needs 2 answers. Okay, another. By the way, pause so that you can finish this page after I discuss to you on what you have to do for task 2. Then you resume if you're done. Okay, now we proceed with bilangon at tally. Isurat sa linya ang katumbas na number. So, we are done with objects. So, what is left now is the tally. All you have to do is count and then write the correct number in symbols. Anong number siya katumbas? Also for this one. And so on and so forth. So, pause para matapos ang part B. So, make sure that you write the numbers na hindi po baliktad. Ano po? So, any number that is reversely written, it cannot be considered a correct answer. So, starting from module 1, we're going to try to write the numbers correctly. Okay. Next one, pagsurat ng number. So, after we associated that the tally can be written as number, so this time, magsurat sa enot hanggang huring bubbles kan mga numero. So, starting with 30. What's next to 30? So, blank, 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 blank. So, you complete the series. So, another blank, 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 blank. So, you need to give, ilan yan? 10 na numbers following 30. What's next to 30? So, bilang ka na lang. So, it's from left to your right. Pause to finish this part. And then when you're done, let's proceed with task 3. So, task 3 is about flat, longs, and ones. So, what does it mean? Number ba siya? No, but we can make a number out of it. So, kung iwa kong 5 longs, as in 4 na ones, ikwa-ika ni 54. So, what does these children mean? Okay, let's have first, ang flat, long, as in 1, saro pang paagi ni pagbasa, as in pagsurat ng number. So, I'll go back to the presentation. Ipapakita ko ano ba yung mga tinatawag na yon. So, for task 3, we have the terms flats, longs, and ones. Okay, so we have here 3 figures. So, let's label them first as A, B, and then C. Okay, so among these 3 figures, which looks like a flat object? Alin ba siya ang mukhang flat? Okay, so this one is what we mean by flat. So, flat lang kasi isa lang muna. Okay, but later on, if we go to the next level, baka we can make use of more than one. So, pwedeng we can term it as flats. Okay, next, which looks like long. From the word itself, long. Alin kaya dyan? Okay, this is B. We call it as long. Or you can use a small letter instead. And then, obviously, ones, 1. Alin ba dyan ang mag-isa sa tatlo? So, this one. So, this is called 1 or In some books, we call it as unit. Okay, so how are these three different? So let's start with unit. So obviously, one, ito, isa lang siyang block. But if we have 10 of these na mag-connect-connect, i-connect-connect ito, it will be look like this. So 10 itong pinagpatong-patong na unit or 1. So let's count if there are really 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we complete, so isulat ko ang numbers para hindi kayo. So if we complete a tower that this long, 10 of this is now called long. Okay. Next one. Kapag ito naman, 1 long, we need to get 10 of it. Tapos pag tabi-tabihin, then therefore, we can make one flat. So each one is connected to each other. So how is this connected? With numbers. Okay. 1 or unit, so kita nyo, this is 1. So this means which is equivalent to 1. So the number that it represents is 1. How about this one? So ilan ba siya? So when we counted it, it's 10. So therefore, for every long, the number that we can associate with it is 10. And then this one, kapag 10 na magkadikit-dikit na longs, so if we're going to count them, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So therefore, the flat, we will show you that it's 100. So, yan ang paggagamit ng flat, long, and 1 in associating numbers. So, we start with something that we see. Kaya ang tinatawag dyan, concrete objects. Kung nagkaroon tayo ng face-to-face, we are going to make use of these blocks na flat, long, and 1. Flat, long, and 1. Kasi meron yan sa laboratory. But because we are having our virtual lesson video, online na lesson video, so I can just show you using pictures. So, eto na lang. So, try to remember unit or ones. It represents or it presents 1 as the number. Pag ito naman long, it presents 10 as a number, and then pag ito naman flat, it presents 100. So basically, pag ito maging familiar, if you are familiar with this one, so easily by just looking at this given set, you can give the number right away. Okay, how? Okay, so let's use the ones first. So what number does it represent? So simply because this ang sabi ko kanina, this is equivalent to 1, so you just count by 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So dahil yan mga ones yan or mga units, so therefore this set means 8. So by this presented na ones, this one can be written as number 8. Okay, next. Let's use the longs. Okay, so we are not going to count it by 1 kasi ito by 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So therefore, let's review on how we count by 10. This will help us count the number of longs. So this is 10. You don't need to count them one by one kasi parang nagsayang kayo ng oras. So this will be shorter and this will give exact and correct answer. So kasi baka may na-miss pa kayo pagbilang. Okay, so it's understood that each long is 10. So let's count by tens. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So therefore, this set of longs is 40. Okay, next. How about Tama ba? Okay, ito naman. How about the flats? So, what number is it associated with? Anong number nga siya? Is it 1, 10, or 100? It is 100. So, this one flat, it's 100. Ito naman, another flat is 100. So, let's count by hundreds. So, 100, 200. So, yan. Madali siya if there are if it only presents flats, lahat ng flats, lahat lang longs, or lahat lang units. But how about if they are combined? Okay, let's have this one. So we have longs and then we have units. Okay, paano magbilang nito? How are we going to give the number that it represents? Okay, you start with the bigger ones. So if you take a look, alin ba dyan ang mas malaki or which has greater value? Ang long. So, what we have to do, so this is counting by tens pag longs, this is counting by ones pag units. So, you start with the bigger value, which is the longs, which is tens. So, 10, 20. So, we have 20. But we are not done yet because we still have the ones or the units. So, after 20, balik na tayo sa counting by ones. So, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So, therefore, this one, it presents or it means 24. So, hindi niyo na kailangan magbilang ng isa-isa sa longs kasi it is understood that one long is 10. Okay, another. Wala. Okay, how about if you have one long and then units? So, again, we start with a greater value, which is the longs. So, how many do we have? Only one. So, count na natin to. 10. Do we have other longs? Wala nang iba. So, after we counted the longs, we count now by ones kasi wala nang iba. Ito na ang sunod. So, 10. What's next to 10? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So, therefore, it presents the number 17 for this set. Okay, how about if we have this? So, mas madaming longs ngayon, and then may madami din ones. Okay, again, we begin with the bigger value, which is the longs. So, count by ito, counting by tens, ito counting by ones. Okay, let's begin. We have 10, 20, 30, 40. So, bakit nilagyan ko ng guhit? Para hindi ako malito kung alin yung nabilang and then alin yung hindi pa. Okay, again, this is 10, 20, 30, 40. So, we're done with longs. You continue now with the ones. So, this is 40. Continue. 41, 42, 43, 44. So, this set, it presents 44. So, that's it with task 3. So let's go back to the module. So this is what I have mentioned. Ang 1, 1 long is equivalent to 10 and the flat is equivalent to 100. Okay, so for this page, susunod na page naman. So you need to yan, paano ba naging 6? Kasi 6 na ones lang. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, paano ito naging 12? 1 long, 10, 11, 12. Ito naging 28 kasi ang pagbilang yan, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So, correct. Next one, 39. Paano ito naging 39? So, we count the bigger value, 10, 20, 30. And then you continue with ones, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. And then 40. Why is it 40? Because we have 10, 20, 30, 40. Do we see any ones or units? Wala. So, it's until 40 lang siya. And then for 65, bakit naging 65? So, it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. So that is about the longs, units, and also sa flat. Okay, this time, so based on the example, you can use that as your pattern. This time, you need to give the number that it presents. So, ano ang number kan longs and ones sa table? Isulat sa linya. So, this one, walang longs. So, you need to count the ones lang. And then, you write it, or you write the number in symbol. So, take note, bawal po ang baliktad na number. Okay? I noticed some of my former grade 1 pupils, they would write 2 na baliktad, 5 na baliktad. So, starting from this module, let's try to write the numbers correctly. Okay, so how many items? Meron dito 6 na items for page 9. So, pause to answer all the items on page 9. You just resume when you are done. Okay, magsurat kita. Bilangan ng mga drawing sa box, isurat ang number kaini. So, we have here different objects and then write the number that it presents. Okay, so halo-halo na to. Una, yung mga objects. Sunod, may tally. Sunod, itong using the longs and the ones. And what is the POSDAS all about? This is what was discussed starting from task 1. So, you write the missing numbers. So, for part A, tama. So, explain ko muna bago you can answer on your own. For part B naman, you count and then write the number in symbol. Teacher, pwede bang i-cross out ko? Pwede ko lang palatandaan para hindi ko na mabilang ulit? Pwede. So, next, for number 4 and then number 5. So, sa number 5, medyo challenging pero magtiyaga. So, you can also cross it out para hindi na makasama sa next na pagbilang. And then, for part C, ayuson ang mga number po 32 hanggang 60. So, you need to arrange them in correct series. Alin ba dyan nauuna when you count from 0 to 100? So, write it on the blank. So, it's from left to right. Ano po? So, among these 5, alin dyan ang mauna? Write it here. Alin ang next number? This one. Until you reach the last blank. So, that's it for math. Very easy kasi parang din the usual na ginawa ng kinder counting. So, I hope you finish this module on time kasi whatever we discuss on this module will also be used in the next module. So, still about counting pero we move on to the next parang nasa challenging phase na. Okay, goodbye and enjoy answering.